Let's go.
Oh, wrong one. That's the wrong one.
He butchered this. Look how upset Dan is.
That's
I'm
like,
recording.
Yeah, he's so grumpy.
Right, I'm going to do main point.
he's
Now
such
I'm
a...
on press actually, ready to press record. Can we start again?
Yeah, go on.
You're not going to start again, are you? You're
No,
gonna
it's good. It's
Right,
good.
guys.
This is good.
Right, guys, welcome to episode 8 of Mass Discussion Podcast. You're here with myself, Daniel Bastick, Anthony Oakley, Josh. I'm just going to call him Ginger Josh because I like just Ginger Josh. Sounds
Yeah, people don't know my last name.
Josh. I called you John. John Sleep.
John Joe.
Fucking hell. Mate, I'm a mess. 2 weeks into dieting, I'm a mess. Josh, is it Kinsey or Kinsley?
Kinsey.
Kinsey Clough.
Kinsey Clough.
This is so butchered.
There's John.
I like this.
Kinsey Clough.
He called you John.
Don't be any
John.
further away from that.
He's like, what is he? What are you, 3-time British champion at the minute?
No one knows my name.
John. It's John Kingsley. Was it Clough?
It is hard to say.
It is hard to say, but the best bit about it is John Kingsley Clough. Who's that? He's the 3-time fucking British champion. That would be alright.
Well, yeah, he's on it as well, right?
Yeah.
Present.
Right,
Thank you. He's sponsored by Strom.
now. Anyway, guys, how you been?
Fan-fucking-tastic.
All good. All good.
Absolutely sublime. Well, I'm just trying to grow.
Wait a minute.
Nothing else. Just eating, training, sleeping, and business. Life is great.
Look at the chair that Ant sat on. Did anyone just realise that? Look at that. What a fucking chair. Sorry, the whole thing was going on. I just sort of noticed it.
We've got another one over there.
What a fucking chair. What are you watching on TV? Hang on a minute. We're doing a podcast here, and he's fucking got a movie on. How boring we are. Look at this.
That's
Here we
Animal
go.
Pack. No limit budget.
What is that? What are you watching?
Animal Pack, prep without a budget.
Prep without a what?
Yeah.
Mate,
It's like Evan Centopani, no limit food shopping.
what's the shop they go into every time? It's the same one, isn't it?
He's got to Ferraro's Market in this one, but they normally go to like Morozzo's.
Yeah.
That's what
It's all authentic, isn't it?
Yeah. Evan's doing New York, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing him back. One of my favourite bodybuilders of all time. Not just like for physique, because he hasn't got the most amazing physique. It's so
It's his personality, man.
Yeah.
He's cool as fuck.
My mum's taking the piss for the noise in the background.
Look, I actually can't hear it.
You can't?
No.
Nothing.
You're all right. You can make more noise.
You fucking full on look like you're going to go mad at your mum then.
You're such an angry person, mate. You're 2 weeks into prep.
What? I'll be honest. The last probably 4 days, I've been so irritable.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Dan.
Are you on your period?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, they're a real thing.
No, I literally said to my mum yesterday, like, I don't know why, I'm in a fucking bad mood. I'm never in a bad mood, really. And thinking of it, it's been like 3-4 days. And I know it's prep related. It's not diet related because hunger, none of that gets to me. I don't get hungry or anything like that. Only if I get towards a meal and it's been like 3-4 hours, I start getting hungry.
Yeah.
But I think it's my mind can't switch off. I'm constantly thinking. I've constantly got things to tick off in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, you've got to get that done, got to do this, got to do that. There's so much extra to prep when really it's not. It's just me making it up in my head. It's the pressure you put on yourself in that time because you know you've got to get on stage in your pants.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like it's not really anything extra that you do in off season to prep?
I find them a lot better on prep than off season.
Yeah, because I'm a bit more regimented. Everything's in the. It's supposed to go.
I'm sound on prep, man. I'm like a fucking monk on prep.
I only get like that if something comes out of like, or something happens to me that I can't control. So, like for instance, getting stuck in traffic,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat when I get home, and I planned it, and then I'm stuck in traffic for 45 minutes, and that's when I get really irritable, and I'm like, I can't control this fucking thing, like anything that I can't control, it really pisses me off. Like, don't get in my fucking way. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm just gonna piss myself in my car or something.
Don't get me wrong, I say I'm irritable. I can feel it. I can recognise it, and I'm good at dealing with it. I have a saying that I say to actually all my clients when they get stressed out. If you have an issue, just like step out of the picture and view yourself before making your next action. Because are you going to like what that picture shows you or not? How you react to that situation. So in that situation as well, you've almost got to say to yourself, okay, so if this isn't going to affect me in 5 years, why should I let it affect me for 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's true. Really good.
How important is that? How actually important is that? It's not. It's so minute and non-essential. Why yourself?
The way I see it is like, if something fucks you off, just don't let it ruin your day. Have like a mad 2 minutes where you go like, fuck, cunt, bollocks, and then you go, whew, I'm going to crack on my day now.
Yeah, I like that, yes. But the thing is, when I get stuck in traffic, I get home, I eat my meal, I don't even remember that I got annoyed about it.
Yeah.
If my missus is in the car, she'd be like, fucking, you went mental earlier on. And we both look at each other and start laughing.
I think it's easy to, man, because, you know, when you're like, especially if you're in this thing, this bodybuilding, you're a bit of a control freak with your routine and things. So if something gets in your way, it's very easy to go, oh, fuck. But you got to think, if I can't control it, why the fuck am I going to get upset about it? Seriously. All that's going to change is I'm just going to be in a bad mood. Fuck all else is going to change. If I call someone a cunt because there's traffic, it doesn't change the fact that I'm in traffic. It's just going to make me feel like shit. So you just got to go, fuck it. What'll be will be. I'll be home when I'm home.
Yeah, that's it.
It's hard to do, but that's how it should be done.
You hit the nail on the head there, and I never thought of it that way. It's because we are all control freaks.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
We all have to micromanage everything to make this work. When something is out,
It makes you lose your shit.
It's been really organised. But do you find yourself that you were organised like that before bodybuilding? You sort of had that trait in you?
Yeah.
Like, I used to be like that before. I'd always set an alarm, like, always have. I always like to do things. I've always liked, I never didn't like the fact when I was little. I remember, for instance, when people said, I'm upset, well, you're always quite organised, aren't you? I'd always like want to pack my PE kit the night before, and I'd always have it ready in my bag, everything done, so I knew that I could wake up a little bit later and still have my breakfast, etc., and just make sure I still had it.
I ain't that person.
Well, you're not.
At all. Fuck no.
Oh, really?
I live without a plan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. I have to be regimented. Always have to.
I sometimes tell myself I should be regimented, but I'm like, meh, fuck it. Just crack on. In prep, I am. Everything is like to the minute. But outside of prep, I'm just like, meh. Just let life flow. It's all good.
Yeah. It's a laid back lifestyle, I like that. But it isn't. It's just a different approach of way of doing it.
It's not always the best way to be, though.
Yeah. Well, neither's being regimented all 24/7, but whatever works for you, innit?
Exactly. No.
Whatever works for you. Hey, there you go. That's a nice one.
I wish I had like a switch I can flick that like by 7:30 p.m. I could be like that and totally let my head relax. But I'm just noticing them like all the way up until bed. I can't switch off.
I'm not saying my head relaxes at all. Like, my head is extremely busy all the time. However, I just don't, I'm not regimented, as in, like, I'm not the most regimented person with everything I do, you know? But my head is always like...
You don't worry about, when you're not being regimented, you got things to do, you don't worry about them. Or do you worry about them?
Yeah, I worry about them.
Yeah.
But I just sometimes think, fuck it.
Yeah. I was just like that as well. I'm always worrying about myself, and then I'm also worrying about what other people are doing as well. Like, work-wise, if I'm doing something right, how do I know they're doing something right when they're out on my site? Do you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that as well. I get really stressed out with, I know what I've set for clients, but are they going to do it how I want it done?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not in my control. I can teach them how I want it done. still it's not going to be like how I want it done.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier. When I've got a job come in and I want it a certain way, I will be at the front of the queue to get the job done my way, how I want to do it.
Yeah.
But if things go to shit, I'm the only one to blame. Well, not go the wrong way.
But that's like, don't expect from others what you expect from yourself. You can't control everyone, so just fucking let go of it.
You can only guide them to a degree.
You can tell someone to do A, B, and C, and whether they do it like you expect them to do it or whether they do it their way. That's down to them. It's not to do with you. Something you just gotta like.
Just to go back to what we were saying about not switching off. So I've got a few ideas in my head that I know I need to implement to try and switch off. But I want your guys' advice. What I should do to try and switch my mind off at the end of the day.
Yeah, go on. And anyone in the comments, you could give us a comment as well, because other people might have a good way of how they switch off if they're busy people.
There's something in anything right now.
It's switching off in what sense? So what is it that is going on in your head exactly?
So I find that when it comes to an evening time and I want to chill out, I can watch a film or anything. I can't distract myself because there's a voice in my head that's just fucking like it won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but something you have to realize as well is like that. I think that's the constant pursuit of trying to progress. That you feel like if you're not doing something, you're not making any progress. But you got to realize as well that sometimes you have to give yourself the time to sit back, relax, and recharge so you can go again. Because if you're constantly going, you're just going to burn out. And you have to remind yourself that just because you take 2 hours of your day to sit down, do sweet fuck all, and watch a film, it's not going to hinder your progress as long as everything else that you needed to get done has been done.
If I could do that, I honestly think it would like make me progress further.
I've got a way of looking at it, Dan. If you can say if you can give yourself that time to shut down, instead of telling yourself, "Oh, I've got to do nothing," "Oh, I have to do nothing," blah blah blah. Why don't you put it and call it recovery time? This is time for my mind for mental recover, and then think in your head, "Oh, I'm actually going to recover better. So it's going to allow me to have a better session tomorrow, some fresher." Yeah. You see what I mean?
What is it that you think about though?
That's how I've always done it. I've always done it that way. Like a rest day to do fuck. My brother used to say, my brother's the worst person for not being able to not have a rest, not switch off from doing stuff. And he goes, because I love how the fact that you can just do that. And I go, well, it's a rest day, bro. I need to grow. I need to recover. And I've always done it. I'm going to sit down now. I'm going to eat my meal. I'm going to do this, and I'm recovering, and I'm chilling out. I'm going to watch Dave Palumbo go to Kai Green's in 2007 with a piss-smelling elevator. I'm going to watch it and I'll laugh, but I know that I'm recovering. You know what I mean? That's the way that's how I say it in my head.
But tell you what, that's probably the best advice anyone's ever given me. So I've asked a few people this. Actually, because I'm so regimented, I've got parts of my day. This part is for preparing for training. This part is for client work. This part is for training. This part is my post-workout period. This part is that. If I actually have a part of my day that I call my recovery day, I think I could fit into that mold so much better. And do you know what I really want to do? And I know you're a gamer. I want to be able to play an Xbox game and just totally not give a fuck.
Yeah, but when you're playing, go on. Sorry,
I haven't played Xbox in probably 4 years. Yeah. If I could just have an hour playing Call of Duty and not give a fuck and not think of anything else, but how I'm going to quick scope this guy, that'd be great.
That's your recovery time. You've got to say to yourself, well, this is Xbox time, recovery, where I'm not doing it, I'm not thinking of anything else. It's my Xbox time, and I'm going to recover, I'm going to grow, I'm going to repair, everything's going to rest, so then tomorrow I can have a fucking brilliant session. And it's going to help you, isn't it? I've always looked at it that way. I've always been like that. I think that's the best way to do if you're that regimented. Because I'm really regimented in a way. I mean, I do come across as a bit of a happy-go-lucky, a bit of special needs guy, whatever. Because I am a bit off my head, and I'm not right. But at the end of the day, I do have that sort of similar trait, and that's the way I approach it. I can go, right, tonight, 7 o'clock, Chanel, we're going to play Xbox and chill out. Because it's time for me to sit and rest, put my feet up, grow. That's where I'm going to make gains. And then I'm having a meal at 9. And then I'll have a meal, and then we watch an episode of, I don't know, there's a new series called The Stranger. Watch that, and I'm going to recover and grow. And then at 11, I'm having my fucking last meal, and then we're going to bed. And hopefully I get a shag. No, probably not going to happen, but...
I get really bored of games really easily. There's only like good games out of a good campaign at the minute. But I used to love the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
But I need something to switch my mind off and totally like leave reality, if that makes sense.
There's a good... if you've got some spare cash going out monthly, the Xbox One Game Pass is good because then you have a set selection of over like thousands of games. So you could just find something and you only have to pay something like... I think if you can get 3 months for £1 and then it's £15 after that. But you have loads of games to play if you need to sort of just switch off for that sort of thing. That's quite good.
Okay, so I was thinking of the Call of Duty game. I know we're talking about games now. I just really I need to see it because I know you're good. Yeah, Call of Duty, the new one, that's meant to be quite good.
It's good. I haven't played the campaign. Mrs. is good, but I like just playing online.
Okay.
I play Infected and just fucking get scared and shit as well. Funny, I'm such a dickhead playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Assassin's Creed got any more games out?
I'm not sure. I don't play any of them.
The last one I brought was Brotherhood. We got that one. That's
ages ago, mate.
Yeah, I know that. I bought a PS4 on my first prep for that reason. I played it twice, and it's just been stuck.
Really?
Yeah, I played it twice.
Hey, my peak week, FIFA came out. Jordan said, "Right, no more doing anything stealthy feet." I said, "That's good because FIFA just come out." And he went, "Oh, wicked." And I sat there. And I generally had my meals. I went down, got a meal, ate it, played fucking games. And I've never been able to play FIFA continuously, losing, not caring that I lost, because I was just enjoying that. I knew that I was staying off my feet. I've done everything Jordan said. 1, 2, everything's tick, tick, tick. You're resting off your feet, and I'm occupied. I'm not worried about what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go in there and do my best because I've done everything. And there's no reason why I can't do well unless Ronnie Coleman shows up. Do you know what I mean? Unless some freaks stand up who are better than me. Do you know what I mean? I said I've done everything. Tick, tick, tick. Sweet. Sat there playing FIFA. It was wicked. I was sitting there. I played my mate. Smashed him something like 7-0. Went there. Wicked. And then it's the same again when with the British a couple of days before the beta for the new COD came out. Sat there, raked up loads of games on the beta. Sit there, chill out, get your food. Wicked, cool. This is nice, lovely.
I like COD. I love COD.
Yeah.
I don't play it often though, but when I do, I enjoy it a lot. Like you play, I play Blackout.
Yeah.
Blackout, yeah.
That's class. It's fucking awesome. It's always different. It's great.
I'm not much of a gamer, but I find when prep comes round, I play my guitar a hell of a lot more than I would do in the off season when I've actually got time to sit down for an hour.
Oh, when I'm in prep, I don't play any game. I have no concentration for those things.
Oh,
fuck all. I cannot focus on a game. I can't focus on a film. I can't focus on anything.
See, I'll set myself. I think, like you say, set yourself goals. I'll say, all right, I want to learn 1 or 2 songs a week, and then when that comes around, and it's the next week I've learned, and that's sort of a bit of you're fulfilled outside of body.
I didn't know you could play guitar.
Yeah, I play guitar. I actually play trumpet.
You're gonna do our intro then?
Yeah, you can go out intro with the guitar.
Sitting there, fucking ripping out a solo for us.
Dan, what I was gonna say to you is what you need. A banjo. Dan, what I was gonna say to you is what you need to do. You just need to learn to be more present.
Yeah, mate, right. I'm thinking ahead of time.
That is it. You just got to be present, and it's very difficult. I struggle with this personally. I struggle a lot to be present.
But the thing is, in a way I'm good at it because I have a thing where with bodybuilding, I only live for today. Like I don't think about I have to post tomorrow. I'm thinking about I need to post today, and that's done. I just tick the boxes I do today. I don't think about tomorrow. But the rest of my life, I feel like I'm just getting stressed out about stuff that I don't need to get stressed out about yet.
Yeah, man, you don't have to have everything figured out now. Like, chill.
No,
right. It's like I'm thinking I've got clients checking in. I've got 3 clients checking in tomorrow.
Well, then do that tomorrow.
But I'm stressing about it now.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Their time with me is tomorrow.
Yeah, why are you worrying about it?
Yeah.
Only because I don't think they've done the right thing this week.
But assess that tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's on tomorrow's checklist. What are you thinking about tomorrow's checklist today?
That's out of your hands whether they do the right thing or not.
I suppose I have.
They're paying for your time, so if they're not adhering to it, that's on their head, not yours.
And then you can deal with those repercussions. Then you can deal with that. Then, but then you might tomorrow you're sitting there stressing out, and all three of them tomorrow might have smashed it and done the plan to the T.
But
go on. Sorry.
It's like anything. It's like if you're a person that worries about money. Oh, have I got enough money for the month? Worry about enough money for today. Like, make enough for today, and if you have, then tomorrow make enough for tomorrow, and the day after make enough for that day. Like, don't worry. The future doesn't even exist yet, and you're worrying about it. Like, what the fuck? You're so fucked.
So,
be present.
Story is I've already got an Xbox. I need to get a new COD. I need to call my COD time my recovery time, and in turn, I'm going to get huge.
You will, mate, because you're going to step on stage heavier than you did last time. You're not going to do some stupid protocol that you did that was made up in Dan's head, right? Some fucking shit that he's read off some dodgy website that he's napped out or he made up in his head. You're going to get on there and you're going to do it properly. And you've got a fucking brilliant coach, you've got a brilliant team, you've got your support around you. And look, you're going to be better, and you're going to learn from this prep that you're going to learn. One, that you don't have to worry about the scales, right? One, to not over fucking think shit too much. And one, also to how to spend recovery time doing something. If that be fucking on YouTube, watch some of the shit I watch on YouTube, mate. Some people, like my missus goes, what the fuck are you watching? The other night she said it, I'm watching it because I'm generally entertained about shit. And I'll sit there and I know in my head, I go, hang on a minute, I'm recovering now. And I'm going to and I get on those scales, then they're going to be up. And when I look in my logbook, all my lifts are going to be going up. When I get in the gym, I'm going to feel that fucking extra bit of energy because I sat on my ass and I'm growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what it is as well, man, you got to think there's different versions of you. So there's like bodybuilder Dan, there's coach Dan, but then there's just Dan. Like, just Dan. Not the bodybuilder, not the coach. Just you. Like, when do you give yourself time? Like, bodybuilder Dan gets his bodybuilding shit done. You give him his time. Coaching Dan, you give him his time. You give him his time ahead of time because you start becoming that when you don't need to. Like, you worry about tomorrow, today. But like right now, you should just be Dan and give yourself a bit of time.
I felt like for too long I've just been that all in one.
Yeah, you got to sometimes take a step back and go, today I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not this person, that person. I'm just me, and I'm doing me. And fuck the world. I'm gonna put my phone in airplane mode, and I'm just gonna do me. And if that consists of me sitting on the sofa wanking 20 times because I fancy it, then that's what I'm gonna do. And if it consists of me staring at the ceiling for 5 hours, then that's all I'm gonna fucking do. But you need to have your own time as well, dude.
Sometimes I just I lie on my settee, right, and I've got some shit on the telly, and I'll just fall asleep for a bit, and I put an alarm on for 45 minutes. I've done it before. But it goes off, and I'm like, "There, wicked! I'm definitely gonna grow now." That's what I think in my head.
Do you ever play nap roulette?
Yeah.
Will it be 20 minutes or will it be 2 hours? Who knows?
I've never done that. I've never done that.
Yeah, you just got to be more present, bro, and you just got to give yourself more of your own time.
Take 4 scoops of fucking Support Max Neuro before you do it as well.
That's the point, mate. Do a scoop and a half of Support Max Neuro, and you'll notice how you just go, oh, life is fucking great.
And then when you're gonna do your recovery time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, wicked. That's it.
And maybe find someone to talk to as well. Like, obviously you got us to talk to, but I'm talking like a professional.
Also, we'll train legs on Tuesday, Dan, and we'll smoke a big.
No, but what I'm saying is, something's good, mate.
I think I need someone not like anything to do with bodybuilding in my life sometimes.
Fuck yeah, man. Look, mate, my brother put this to me perfectly at one time. He said, "You are to me the person that I go to, that I have in my life for bodybuild. And you're my brother, it's great. But my friends are nothing to do with bodybuild. So when I'm with them, I'm not bodybuilder Jack. I'm just Jack." And it helps him switch off. And it's great. It's an amazing concept that different people give you different things. And you're a different person with each of them. You're yourself, but a different version of you.
Yeah.
And it's good because it separates it stops you from, overthinking everything when you have people or things you do that help you switch off a bit.
That's what I said that to Dan. Like my missus, she's nothing to do with bodybuilding, which is nice in a way. But
Yeah.
she doesn't train, she doesn't go to the gym, she doesn't really care about that. So when we're out or we're doing stuff, bodybuilding isn't spoken about at all.
Yeah.
But
That's needed, mate. It can't be your whole life. There's so much more to life than fucking bodybuilding. It's the stupidest sport that exists, and there's way much more to life than it.
yeah,
If you get so caught up in bodybuilding, you're gonna have the shittest life ever. Like, how miserable is your life if all you do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is think about bodybuilding, and then you get caught up in it and fuck yourself over? It's like,
Really, what? So last girl I was seeing, she used to compete, and she fucking non-stop. That's all she wanted to talk about. That's what I felt like our relationship, what we had, was based on.
I'm competing. Yeah.
And that's when I knew it wasn't right.
no, man, it can't be.
You know when that shit's not right like that.
I was seeing a girl like that. We went out for dinner and we're talking about her clients. Well, I don't want to fucking know about your clients. This is supposed to be our time, Just fucking save it for them.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's it, man. You gotta, there's different people in your life for different aspects of you,
Mm. Yeah.
I've probably got the perfect way. My missus hasn't got a clue about bodybuilding, doesn't really care about it. But her old man competed for a while, so she understands what he went through. So turn that round onto me. She understands the whole process of prep, food, training, diet, a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about explaining that or her to like that. She already knows.
Yeah.
In about 10 or 9 episodes time, let's see if you say the same thing.
Well, that's the thing. They love it in the first 6 months, but then 10 months down, do you have to go to the gym? Do you have to eat that?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
If I ever got asked that question once, I'd drop kick someone and leave.
Yeah, that's exactly my response.
It is, because it's like I don't go out, okay? I don't go out on a weekend. But that's if I was someone that liked going out on the weekend, I wouldn't be like, don't go out. I'm like, you do you, I do me.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking hell.
I mean, you got to find the balance as well. Last night I cooked my meal, left it at home. I was like, what do you want to eat? She went, oh, I don't know, I'll just have whatever you're having. I went, no, you fancy someone else. So I drove her to Nando's, got her a takeaway Nando's, come back, she ate that. I ate my meal. Happy days. She's happy, I'm happy.
Fuck yeah.
It's making that compromise.
Yeah.
We've made Dan sad and he's left us now.
Yeah, Dan's had enough. He's already. It's 27 minutes in.
I do feel like this is we should name this one Mass Discussion Episode 8. Dan's counselling.
I think when Dan is, we should get into these questions because we never answer the questions.
We never answer questions, and what we talk about is shit. So
absolutely shit.
Yeah,
I think this is probably quite actually interesting in learning how to switch off. That's quite important.
I'm quite.
Are we gonna have Dan's got? I'm trying to have a quick toilet break because he's gone. I'm definitely gonna do it because I know that we're gonna get into 20 more minutes and my dick's gonna blow off.
Dan just disappeared.
Fucking hell!
Dan doesn't say anything. He just fucks up.
When?
He's just. I think he's had it. I think he's got to play the Xbox.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. I've got to play Call of Duty. No, I reckon, what's the time? 4. I reckon he's getting some food.
Probably. Fuck, How long have you been with your missus?
6 months. I was with my last missus 5 years, and that sort of went tits up.
Damn.
Yeah, mate, yeah. That's nice though. We're still on good terms and all that.
That's good.
We were together from a young age, mate. So it's like
from a young age, mate. You're like 12.
True. I mean, we got together when we were like 15, so it's like you grow apart, don't you, naturally? So
yeah, of course, it happens. Shit happens. Life happens. It doesn't mean it's bad.
No, not at all.
Not everyone's in your life forever, man. And you just gotta come to terms with that. Dan. The fuck did you go?
I put my food in the microwave and went for a week.
So,
You just like Just fuck off.
Well, no, what distracted me, you guys were going into a proper deep conversation, and a bloody, I've got like windows to my right, and you can see like part of like a little kind of field. A pheasant just ran like right across the field, and it looked so funny. It would look like, have you ever chased your dog and you've like tried to pinch his bum and he goes
Oh, my ass.
down low. He puts his bum really down low to try and avoid getting pinched.
Oh.
I don't tend to try and pinch my dog's ass. However,
Wait, what conversation? What is going on? What's going on here?
Huh?
You just like chase your dog and like you're chasing him and you try to pinch his bum as you're chasing him because he goes like his bum goes really down low and it looks hilarious.
that thing like that. You ain't getting me.
Yeah. It's like going like that.
I took my dog for a walk out and nearly blew away.
He nearly blew away.
I took all three of them last night. The other two were pretty big, and then this was like a French bulldog, about that big. I took him on his own, and he's just getting blown into the verges.
That's fucking brilliant. I saw some guy almost get blown away today. Fucking the big gust. When I felt it driving, I just saw him go like, he started walking like this, like on the fucking road.
Oh,
What's going on here?
Dan's just going AWOL. Dan's lost it.
Move location. Because I've run out of battery.
30 grand that bar.
How many oats?
50.
60 rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 coconut.
Look at Josh with his professional chef in the house.
Yeah, just sort me out.
Nut butter with my oats, please. Thank you.
I'm proper fake, just being discreet about it. Oh, it's wicked. All
Right, let's get into these fucking questions because if we don't, what have we been on for? How long? How long?
right.
Have we been recording?
32 minutes. You're doing really well. We are doing really well.
Good. Well, let's get into some of these questions. Who wants to go first?
Look how brown that is still.
I know. He looks like he's taking his shirt now. He just froze.
Oh, fuck.
really white.
Right, let's do these questions. Who's starting with the questions?
Someone sent me one. Here we go. What do you think about pre-workout supplements?
I think they're fucking fantastic, and if you don't take them, you're a cunt.
Is anyone worse? I think pre-workout supplements have their place.
I think
Stim and non-stim.
They're hit or miss. Like, I've got one that I like and I'll stick to that. But Dan had an experience with this, but I'm very lenient about trying different ones because they fuck me over sometimes.
I think
How do they fuck you over?
So I've taken one before and I just come over itchy, scratchy, you know, the usual ones.
Yeah.
Or just feel generally sick on them as well.
You ever lost your appetite after the heavy stim one?
I've never had one that crashed, but I've had one that just made me feel like I didn't want to train because I felt ill.
yeah.
Like if I take Stimumax Pro, if I take the strongest one, I think it's Black Edition.
Yes.
If I take that, I get my post-workout meal and I'll eat like 4 pieces of chicken, a mouthful of rice, and I'm full. I'm like, what's going on? This isn't right.
It's because it's very high stim though. It's 650 milligrams of stim.
Yeah, exactly. But I can take normal Stimumax, the original one.
Yeah.
Fine. Absolutely fine.
One that really put me off was the old Ripped Freak one. Was it Farmer Freak?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that knocked me for 6. Really.
There's a lot of shit pre-workouts here though. All they do is pile them full of fucking caffeine, and then all they do is give you a massive crash.
Oh,
Yeah. So the thing is, I love Stimumax taking it, but then that's why, for me, personally, a non-stim is the best for me. I like to have a non-stim, so I take Vascumax with like a coffee, and that's my perfect pre-workout. And I'll get home and I can smash my my post-workout meal. I feel fucking brilliant on it. I feel alert. I feel smashing. But yeah, there's pre-workout. I think there's a lot less shit pre-works out there. I think a lot more people are educated because there's a lot more people who just bring out content. Even quite popular influencers do elaborate on the fact of like good dosages, and a lot more people.
Yeah.
We have a lot more modern science. It's so much easier now. It's so much more out there. Like Strom fucking put out that message of quality products.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's and then you look at other people and then you sort of know that what you want. And yeah.
Oh, that's it. I mean, with regards to pre-workouts,
it's good pre-workout.
Just like any supplement, they're not necessary. They can be beneficial if you feel like you need a bit of a boost or you want a crazy gnarly pump. Then a pump product can be very beneficial. But they're not necessary. I enjoy them. I like them. I like using a pre-workout before pretty much every session I do.
Last year, I think it was last year or maybe the year before, because I was a bit funny with them, I didn't really know what I wanted. I buy all the individual ingredients from like My Protein, like citric malate and all that, and then sort of make one that's favoured to you. And then if one day I want a bit more of a pump, sprinkle a bit more of that. And then because some days like legs, I don't need a massive focus to train legs, but then something like back, I probably would do. You'd want a pump, no matter
but
what.
you can get pre-workout like I think it's Innova Farm just brought out their pump product that's got nootropics in.
Yeah.
There's no stimulants. It's nootropics and pump. Like that's really good. Give you great mental clarity, fantastic focus, really good pump, and you don't get the negatives of stimulants, which some people get, which could be that crash or feeling sick, things like that.
Yeah. Also, if this guy listens to this, hopefully, obviously, he's asking.
If he fucking asks a question, he doesn't. He's a cunt.
Is that if you're obviously, what do you think about like pre-workout supplements? If the thing is, I think aim for quality, not quantity, is also
100%.
Aim for something that's going to be clinically dosed. It's going to give you a good, and you'll know the difference, and you'll feel the difference.
Yeah, don't buy one out a little.
Yeah, don't buy one from fucking Home Bargains because it will make your fucking guts rot. It'll give you gut rot. Swear to God, your small intestines will come out your arsehole.
Yeah, but it's definitely quality over quantity, 1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. The guy knows what ingredients at what clinical dosages actually matter and which. See, a lot of companies patent all their ingredients, but it's not necessary. It's just they do it to charge more money, and it looks good, but you don't need to do that. But there are certain ingredients that do need to be painted. You wouldn't buy creatine if it wasn't Creapure, for example. You just wouldn't.
Yeah.
But this guy, I'm not going to assume he knows this. So my advice to him is go to brands that have
a good reputation.
Survived. Just trust.
I mean, if everyone knows the brands, the go-to brands for quality, and if you don't, then all you have to do is look on a couple of fucking Instagram profiles or do a quick Google search, and all the information's available for you there. There's a shit ton of good brands, but there's a lot of shit ones. But it's very easy to differentiate the both, It's like...
Guys, I'm going to go get my meal.
Of course you are.
Yeah. No, well done's gone. We should... Anyone else got another question? Sorry, I'll answer all of mine. Go
on. How would you schedule a mobility posing vacuums into a daily routine?
Is that two questions in one about vacuums and mobility?
No, mobility, posing, and vacuums all into a daily routine.
Do it in the morning.
Yeah.
The way I would do it is mobility work. It depends what your schedule's like. If you have a limited time during your training session that you can't afford to do much after, then get up earlier, get your mobility work in. With, say, your cardio, do your cardio, then do your mobility, then do your posing in the morning, and then try and tag on some posing in the evening when you're in the house as well, if you want to double up on the practice. With vacuums, what I used to do is I would do them all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, I'd just be sat down, just holding the vacuum. I'd be in the one of the ones I used to do a lot was I'd be in the shower, and the whole time I was like washing my body or my hair, I'd hold the vacuum and then I'd let it go. And then when I was washing myself off with water, I'd hold another vacuum until I'd finished. And it's just playing little games like that.
Yeah, when it comes to posing, the best one is every time you see your reflection, hit a pose.
Yes and no. Yeah, yes and
tricky, but I do it all the time. I've ever seen myself in the mirror. I'm going to the toilet. Oh, hang on, let's do a most muscular. Boom. Yeah, wicked. I just do stuff like that. I do it all the time. I love it.
yeah, I agree. I agree, but at the same time, I don't. Simply because if you just see a reflection, hit a pose, you could hit it wrong and then get into a bad habit of hitting poor poses.
Give yourself some time to do some proper posing under someone who can look at you maybe after your session in the gym.
And this person, because I know they don't they don't pose enough because of this exact reason. But stop worrying about how you look and focus on practicing posing, not focus on how you look. Because if you're not deep in off season, posing practice is just as important if you want to be a good poser on stage. And even if you feel like you look like shit, that shouldn't put you off practicing your fucking posing. Because if that's the case, then you're not going to start posing until you're 6 weeks out because you're not going to feel lean enough. And then 6 weeks, you're not going to be any better than you were before.
You want to get comfortable moving about in transitions.
Of course.
Yes, you want to get comfortable with that flow of it under your feet, because when you're on stage, you know what you don't want to do is be used to having to look in the mirror to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to be able to just get into that pose, because then you'll realise that you'll just feel certain areas, maybe getting into a side tricep, which makes my tricep looking raw as fucking big as possible. You'll just sort of feel when it's in there, and then you know you can hit it.
Once you've hit your pose, I say to a lot of clients, once they've hit a pose, I'm like, right, that's the right pose. Think of how everything feels right now. Start from the bottom. How do your feet feel? How does your front foot feel next to your rear foot? How do your legs feel? Like, get in tune with how your body feels in that position. And then, reiterate that to yourself. My arm is pressed against this. My lat is flared out slightly. I'm twisting ever so slightly this way. I'm bringing my knee in. I'm kicking my heel back. All these small things that when the mirror's not there, you can come back to because you've got a little checklist.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll be all right. You'll thicken it. Oh, can I have some salt in it, please?
This is the shittest podcast ever.
It's mass discussion about bodybuilding. What do bodybuilders do?
So I'm gonna get my food. I'm gonna get my food too. I need a shit.
Who's coming for a poo?
Huh? I went to get mine's still cold.
Who's going for a poo? Who's going for a poo? Who said that?
Yes.
Did I say it? I don't need a poo.
He's talking figuratively. No one's had a shit yet.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
I'm just going to walk my dog. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
The professionalism of the podcast is absolutely dire, but it's all good. No, that's a good way about getting into posing, though. Let's and get your vacuums and stuff. The thing is, making time for it is you have to finding time is you got to make time. If that be getting up earlier or if that's staying up later, etc.
There's always fucking time.
There's always fucking time. And if you're really worried about your posing and you're really, really sketchy about it, go hire a professional because that's what they're out there for.
You can email me or DM.
There you go. Easy.
Look.
Here we go, right? Let's get one of these juicy questions out. Someone's here. Share some experiences on the following. D-ball, T-ball, Anadrol, and Superdrol. Why is it all the fucking bowls? Bowl, droll, dole.
Because they don't want to inject anything yet.
Because they're fannies, they're vaginas, and they don't understand that injectables are actually much better than orals.
And safer.
Exactly.
Debo, anyone got any experiences with the any of those?
Yeah, honestly, D-ball I think is shit. I think T-ball's shit. I've never used the other two.
If it's good D-ball, it can be very good.
Here we go. I took fucking 10 D-ball a day, mate. I'm fucking hard as fuck.
What's it? He's got a pack of M&Ms and he just reseals it.
Micrograms, not 50 tabs.
Yeah.
I did put on a lot of a nice base bit of size. That was with just 250 of test a week as well. That was just a nice.
Do you not just feel fucking toxic as fuck when you're eating those fucking D-balls?
No, I split them up. I started at 30 and then built up to 50 for 4 weeks.
What? You're a big basketball head.
I didn't run it more than 4 weeks. I haven't run it since either.
No, I've had experience with D-Bowl. Did my first ever cycle. Just took, I think there were 10. Are they 10 micrograms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think yes. Yes, I think they were like a reddish.
because you had like the red and the blue hearts. I used to get the blue were Anavar and the red were D-Bowl.
Yeah, they were like a reddy colour, and there were 10. It was definitely 10 because I remember I took 10 milligram at night, 10 in the evening, and then take and if that was on a rest day, and I'd just take 2 before training, and yeah, it was all right. It was stupid. First little cycle, struggled to swallow the first one.
That's what she said.
And yeah, pretty much the same. It's just part of a crock of shit, really, isn't it? I put a bit of size on. Everyone started asking me if I was taking steroids after that. That's what happened. And yeah, I thought it was. Towards the end, I think I did it for 4 weeks, and towards the end, I like third week, I sort of lost my appetite a little bit, and spoke to the guy in the gym, and he was like, "Oh yeah, sometimes they can do more. Like, do you know what I mean?" He was like, "Yeah, sometimes they can make that happen. They can do more harm than they're doing good." And I was like,
"Sometimes you can die."
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. And then I just they pretty much knocked it on the head off, sort of that, and then did like a little PCT, and then 4 or 5 months later, I jumped on fucking a real cycle and did tests.
I personally don't use any orals. So
yeah, if you want to share your experience, that's your experience. Just wouldn't advise using any of it.
What's Superdrol? Is that like
fucking Superdrol? I've heard Jordan do a video about it. Not just Superdrol, but him talking. He said Superdrol. Or he said,
what's that?
You will know the video. That's where he said something about Corin would know if he had taken something because he'd be like a massive cunt or something like that. Do you remember that video? Is Dan even there?
I am, mate.
Oh, he is.
I was about to say, Superdrol was first marketed actually as a pro hormone. And it was actually quite literally on the shelf. It was only later they found out what it was.
Did they label it as a SARM?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Pro hormone. So the first actual company to come out with it, I think it was Iron Labs. It was DMX Extreme or something like that. And then it got taken off, obviously. But from what I know, Superdrol is so toxic. I wouldn't touch it.
I didn't.
What the other ones? Is it D-Bol? What did you say? You said D-Bol. What the
D-Bol, T-Bol, Anadrol, and Superdrol.
I've only used Anadrol for like 3 or 2 weeks. Couldn't last. Back pumps are horrible. No appetite. Not worth it. I think D-Bol, I don't think there's any application in bodybuilding for D-Bol. Because these drugs, as soon as you come off them, whatever you got just fucking falls off.
Yeah, but this is the problem.
That's why I love.
The problem is people are too impatient to wait for, like, if someone, they start a cycle of test and they're like, I'll test and D-Bol. It's because they're too impatient to wait for that to actually take effect. Like, I want to see it now. And they're like, oh my God, I put 20 pounds on and you look like shit.
Do you feel like the whole D-Bol and test, I'll do some orals for like the first 4 weeks of my cycle. Is that sort of like an older sort of mind of like the older sort of a lot older generation, probably in their 40s now? Do you agree? Sort of those sort of guys are like, I used to kickstart with like fucking Anadrol. And then you jump on your test because we know it's nothing kicks in for the first 3 weeks or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense.
Have you heard that? Have you heard that before?
Yeah. People say I'm gonna start with some D-Bol, Anadrol, just a kickstart the cycle. Now, get this through your head, right? So you're taking these compounds. Let's say you're taking Test and Deca, slow esters, relatively to get a stable, to reach peak concentration and a stable bloodstream. Now, you've got these in your system. You're going to use blast, 4 weeks of D-Bol. Now, your levels are going to be the highest then. Then you're going to stop taking the oral. Then what? You think that the injectables you're going to be taking is going to keep you back up that level? It's not. Because when we get to about 8-9 weeks, we start to plateau anyway on the drugs we're using. So what's going to happen 8-9 weeks down the road when you've discontinued your orals, you've peaked too early. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You throw things out before it's even started.
Yeah.
And that's why there's even studies of like the whole thing about the drugs aren't kicking in yet, that sort of thing. I swear I've seen some studies and people like show these studies of where of like an application of people taking testananthate and then within the first couple of days of seeing an actual rise within testosterone. Is that right, Dan? Have you seen that, or did I dream that one?
No.
Mate, once it's in your system, it's in your system.
Yeah.
Once it's in.
I swear I've seen it. There's the book of pharmacology where it's in as well. I swear.
But levels gradually rise over the weeks, and that's where you start seeing the volumization.
All right.
But as soon as you inject test, it's in you.
Anyway, so our experiences altogether, we say that D-Bol, Anadrol, and Superdrol, we all think it's a pile of crock shite. Yeah.
Correcto.
It's why I love Primo as well. Because when I use Primo, and I just continue using Primo, I keep everything I earn using it. And part of that is because I'm training hard, and I train hard after cycle. But if I use Primo alongside whatever I'm using, for some reason I don't use any muscle at all.
Food and training the most important. Before we'll just say that. We always say that.
Yeah, of course. Fucking hell.
But yeah.
If they're not on point, you're fucked.
Yeah, there's no point taking your D-Bol.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Would you rather miss a week of eating or miss a week of injecting?
Right, what?
Are you actually asking that question?
Well, that's what I mean. Would you rather miss a week of your injections or miss a week of training or your diet? Being on diet.
Yeah, good.
Well, there you go.
I feel like I don't have to answer this.
Yeah.
Clearly, I would much rather inject than eat.
You say injectables, fuck off.
The way people ask questions makes me wonder
Hey,
how they would.
So you miss a whole week of eating your food, but you inject.
Who needs food when you got steroids?
Yeah.
Hey.
Who needs to go to the gym?
One jab, and I'm on the Olympia stage, mate. That's all it takes. All it takes. It's all steroids. That's all it is. You guys, I know what you... Yeah, I've seen it before.
Oh, fucking hell.
Did you see what Tony Hughes said about that?
I swear he said something about it's healthier to be on steroids than it is to be a vegan. Oh, fucking hell. Well, he said something about it's all drugs or something like that, didn't he?
He said you can use drugs and not work as hard.
Well, that's why Tony Hughes is as big as Luke Sambo, right?
No, but if you're I mean, that comes down to genetics, though. That is, some people can probably do that.
But then, but it's not setting a good example, is it? To
fuck no, man.
To 16-year-old fucking Winston at his computer with his fucking glasses on. Don't ask where the fucking name Winston come from. What fucking name that is, right? Winston, who's like, oh yeah, I just started going to the gym. Oh yeah, this is what I've got to do, innit? No, probably sort your training and your diet out, and then you start growing. At 16 years old, you could probably eat KFC and you're fucking growing it like a fucking maniac.
Yeah, fucking right, you can.
Do you know what I mean?
You can eat anything. You could eat a kilo of cardboard a day and you grow.
You grow, yeah. I mean, Yeah, that's the whole. That's why everyone's getting fucking angry about that too, right? Especially if you're accomplished within this industry, like full on. This is your full time job, because that's an absolute fucking piss take, isn't it?
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like, especially if you fucking worked your bollocks off to get to where you want to be, and then some fucking. I mean, what does he weigh? 225 pounds, and he's 6 foot something.
Who's that? Tony Hughes, yeah.
Yeah, I swear he's not. Do you know what I mean?
Like, we need to answer a different question because I will rant so far.
Yeah, all right. Let's. But before Dan fucking strangles Tony Hughes with his headphones, let's move it on. All right, here we go. This is a good one. This will shed some light on the situation. At what weight do you deem yourself leaving humanity behind? I said this earlier on.
Jesus Christ, it's raining.
I reckon for me it'd probably be like 250 pounds.
Does this mean like,
I'm not a heavy person, mate. I'm not a heavy person.
you die, or does
No,
it
leaving humanity behind. I feel like. I mean, like, I'm not die because that's fucking horrific. But I mean, like, say if there was a bloke walking and everyone just stopped what they're doing, like, legit. Marcus Rule, when everyone in this room, or wherever the podcast,
It's online room.
it's online room, it's cyber room, right? You must have seen that Marcus Rule video when he goes into the supermarket
And everyone just goes poof.
and everyone's just looking around like that, like what the fucking he's wearing a vest and he's so big, he's like fucking out here. He's walking around and he's like looking at, he's buying like fucking Nutella and he's like, "Whoa, chocolate!" Like, you know, and then he's smoking a Marlboro Red at the end. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's such a ghetto fucking sort of video. It's so fucking European. Smoking a Marlboro Red, fucking brilliant. But you know what I'm talking about? That's leaving humanity behind, isn't it? That's when everyone, like even the fucking cashier sitting there, just like stopped giving fucking Doris a fucking bowl 2-in-1. Fuck me. Look at that bloke.
It would have to be like 240, 250, I think. To really fucking be like, what is that?
What, are you talking stage weight?
No.
Or general bulk weight.
Yeah, I mean, like off-season. Peak off-season.
Oh, yeah.
Off season. Off season, I reckon it'd have to be like 300 £300.
Yeah, I reckon up to £300, you'd be as wide as you are tall.
I'd be wider than I am tall at £300.
Do you agree, like, if it had to come to a mean of everyone, what it would be the £300 mark. That's when people literally would be like.
It depends what you look at £300 though. Look like a £300.
Yeah, but I mean, a tight £300.
Yeah.
A good off-season tight £300. You're going to come in stage weight at 270, 280.
If not, it's going to be like £600, 2 months to save my life type situation. Did you see that video I tagged Dan in when I said when Dan turned 251, and that's a scene out of £600 Life, and the woman goes in for a weigh and she's put on £8.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That is a heavy weight though, man.
She was like, "Oh, I've had a really good month. I'm checking in this month." She stands on a scale of £12 up. She went, "We ain't even done anything."
I think you guys overestimate the weight that it would actually take, because I don't know if you guys in public. So when I was my peak off-season weight, I couldn't go anywhere without at least 3 or 4 people making a comment. And these people, the nice people, the people that I could tell were thinking to themselves, "What a fucking dick," were the ones that wouldn't say anything. You just see them staring at you, and I think I'm probably quite aware of it.
Man, I get that, and I'm fucking tiny.
And I think it would only be about 20 pounds heavier than you are now.
This is going into my next question. Are any of you big enough yet to get the constant stares when doing day-to-day stuff?
Yeah, it happens all the time, and I'm not. And like I said, I'm not even big.
I had it not long ago. Me and Mrs. are in Ipswich. Went to a function. It was like a retirement function. Yeah, I went to a party. I walked into the room and there was like, look at him pushing his chest out. I was like, mate, I'm just stood at the corner of the room, not doing this. But he makes a beeline, and then he talks amongst his friends, and then they all just stare. I'm like, I was like, Gabby, I'm gonna go. It's pissing me off. Like, I don't even know these people.
Mm.
I was dressed smart. I wasn't dressed like I wouldn't walk in there in a stringer, you know. I had a shirt and a jumper on.
Gold's Gym one. Be a nip, like a little tiny one like that, little string going over your fucking just a nip, just a tip of your nip, like
You're not saying, "Oh, look at me." You just casually stood there.
To be honest, I don't know.
You don't
There's some
see
people.
yourself only.
Yeah.
I was going to say you only see yourself within the bodybuilding community that you know, so you think it's normal. But trust me, you step in public, you look so alien. It's ridiculous.
Thing is, I only go.
Look like.
Well, you do say that. I said earlier I went and got a Hernando's last night takeaway. I walked in Hernando's, stood there. I was like, I had some joggers and a jumper on. I basically had this on, and people do just look at you, and you don't really think nothing of it. You think, "Why looking at me?" And it's quite clear because I'm 6'2", a bit of a lump, you know.
Mm.
And I got massive holes in me as well.
I think people just look at me and go, "He's so short."
And the woman or the guy always goes, "Yeah, my son's as big as you," or it's in, or he's yeah. Well, so do you compete? Yeah. And they come out with something like, "Yeah, my mate competes. Yeah, he's done a few, isn't he? He's fucking Mr. Universe." Yeah, everyone, and it's always old people who go, "Yeah, it's always Mr. Universe." For some reason, it's always that competition. Really, it's fucking Mr. Miami Pro or something like that. I've got a friend that does what you do. Yeah,
or it's just a local show of his town, and he didn't win it. He just went in there, just competed.
Oh, when I was your age, I had a 27-inch waist, I had 22-inch arms, 35-inch quads, but I didn't want to compete.
I didn't want to get too big. Yeah.
Didn't want to get too big, yeah. I don't know if people have been staring at me.
What's that?
It's always 18 stone. It's always 18 stone. There's something about that number. It's 18 stone.
Just people who weigh themselves in stone, does it annoy you guys?
I used to weigh myself in stone because my coach wanted it.
But that's like, it's super old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Doesn't even exist anymore. Bye-bye.
If someone asks how much you weigh, and you go, "Oh, I weighed 215.4 this morning," and they're like, "What's that in stone?" I go, "I don't know. Like, I'm not from the fucking Stone Age." Like, it's like the fucking kilos or pounds, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, kilos and pounds.
What the fuck's
Stone is.
They're like, "Oh, I weigh something 10 stone something. Do you reckon that's a good weight?" And you're like it's to be a girl, obviously. And I'm like, what? I'm like 10 stone. I'm like, come back to me in fucking kilos. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, when people say that, you just go, right, so there's 14 pound in a stone, 10, that's 140 pound, you're small. That's it.
I'm eating, you bastards. I'm trying to eat.
I can't eat. I can't eat, guys.
After.
Oh, fuck
God. No, but yeah. So you guys get stared at. I think I know sometimes people would, like, look at me, but then I don't know whether they're looking at me because I'm doing something stupid.
Or because you're ginger.
Or because I'm ginger. Like I've always been stared at. I went to Dubai. And a fucking ginger kid walking around with my 3 ginger cousins, and all the fucking people, and like the fucking guys come up and start touching my head. This guy's like, fucking head.
They probably thought you were out with Harry Potter or something.
They started touching my head. They started touching my cousin's head. They were touching him like that. And I look at his hair, and I'm like,
does it rub off?
Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting, I'm like, what the fuck's going on, mate?
Oh my god, is it softer than mine?
Do you know what I mean? Ginger fucking hair, but they don't have it out there, do they? You think of any ginger people.
I buy it. I buy your beard.
That's it. That's one thing. One thing that does get a lot of comments, right? Was at work the other day. Some guy comes over the counter he's one of the Dons, one of their staff, and he goes, "That's a fucking epic beard." And I went, "Thank you, mate." Always get commented on a beard.
It's girthy, man.
It's a good beard, that.
Girthy.
Good beard. You know who did tell me it was a good beard? Right, Jamie Johal. He said that's a beard. He had massive fingers as well. And I was like probably near to his fucking belly button. I was like, "You're a tall guy." I was like, "Yeah, that's something like it." Yeah. I mean, I know the stairs. I mean, people. I guess if I was my missus, I'd find out, but I'm not too bothered. I'll be walking around in sliders, going up to fucking listen to headphones and shorts.
I think because our idea of big is way above what other people's idea of big is.
Yeah.
Like if someone says to me, like, I went out to Portugal, and when I was out in Portugal, I got there, they were like, "You're big," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"You have no idea what big is.
Yeah.
Really don't."
When I went to Slipknot, I couldn't fit in the seats. I had to stand at the back, and I was standing at the back with all the fat guys who also couldn't fit in the seat.
That's fucking awesome. Not the window, sorry, but anyone got any other questions?
Here's a question.
Yeah, I got one.
This for me is pretty stupid question, but it's obviously from someone who doesn't know. Did any of you find it hard to gain weight after being so shredded? You're joking.
No. Wait. There's two ways to look at this. Find it hard as in struggle mentally, or find it hard as in physically.
Oh no, actually, that makes a lot more sense.
I think they mean mentally.
Don't worry.
Before you start like punching someone in the face because someone asked a stupid question.
Punch him in the face.
Let's take a minute to realize.
Sorry, John Gill 32445. I apologize. No, I didn't struggle at all. I struggle being light.
Really?
Yeah.
I get caught up in getting light because the more the scales goes down, the better I look, and then I'm like, I want to be light as fuck.
Yeah. See, I'm with Dan. I like feeling heavy. I like that feel. And when that sort of goes, I like. I think that's why Dan's scales have been taken away because they play over his head a lot more. When you see an actual drop, mentally, your mental clarity goes a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
We said this the other day, Dan and I. Like, I wear a baggy t-shirt, so if I was someone who wore a tight t-shirt and it starts to go baggy, that would do my head in. Because I wear baggy clothes anyway, it doesn't make a difference. I feel the same way around. So that's about that.
I struggled a little bit, to be honest. I did.
I don't mind putting weight on.
Now I've come to terms with it. Now I've come to terms with the off-season look. It's a bit softer. It's nice. I enjoy it. I was like 220 this morning. So.
But you feel strong up.
Pardon?
But you feel strong.
I just feel fucking awesome, mate.
Yeah.
I feel like God.
Yeah,
I do. Just come to terms with it. It is. I think it is difficult for a lot of people after a show. You're so peeled. The thing is, in a bodybuilder's mind, if you're not stage lean, you're fat.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, look at him. He's so lean, and you're like, he's fat as fuck because he's not stage ready. You know, that's how your brain works. So when you start getting a little bit fluffier, sometimes you can go, I don't like this now, because you've been so caught up on getting peeled that then your focus has to change. But it takes a while for that to settle, I think, for a lot of people.
I think
you're living day to day. You wake up, I've got one more striation in my leg every day, and then they slowly fade away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think for me, it wasn't. I didn't really struggle mentally. It would agree with like sort of Dan and Ant a little bit. The thing with me, as soon as I come off stage, you know, my feedback from both my shows was, you just need more size, mate. You just need more size. You got beaten by size. The word you know size was just like, I knew as soon as I come off, I need to gain. I need to get massive. I get massive with the whole thing. Get massive comes from. You know, as much as I put it in a joke and more of like as a laugh, it does. There's meaning behind it, and it's. I need to grow. I need to be bigger. I need to be bigger version of me. I need to just get fucking massive, and that's where it come from. I wasn't worried about putting on weight. I didn't care. I was literally like, I didn't want to get fat. Don't get me wrong. I was like, I don't want to get fat, but that's where I knew with Jordan's help, I'm not going to be in a fat slob. I'm going to get soft, but that's part of putting on tissue. And I heard it by so many people. That, yeah, you get soft in the off season. You got to deal with it. You hear that? How many people have you heard say that on fucking YouTube, on fucking Instagram? That didn't bother me. So for me, it's just like, this is what I need to do. This is going back to being like regimented. It was like, this is what I need to do. This is what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
I've noticed the more muscle I've actually gained, I could gain the same amount of fat, but it doesn't look like fat.
Yeah, I get that.
Because you're your unit.
So, yeah, I mean, when you've got a certain amount of muscle, you're not really actual like society fat. You're just
no. Your composition does get a lot better when you have more muscle. It's a lot easier to hold a decent composition than it is when you have fuck all muscle.
Yeah. But we say soft. The soft. When we say fat, we mean getting soft, having a softer appearance, don't we?
Yeah.
I think I've written that in a post before. I put, soft, bodybuilding terms for fat cunt. Do you know what I mean? when we say shit like that, that's what we mean. That we don't mean fucking 600-pound life. Do you know what I mean? That TV, that TV show. Yeah, but that guy asked me a question, and that falls onto this one, Dan, of how to change the mindset of being scared to gain weight.
Just understand that if you don't,
you won't grow.
You won't grow and make progress. It's like if you're so fixated on staying lean and staying a certain weight because you feel comfortable there, that comfort is soon going to come around and bite you on the ass because you have to be uncomfortable at times to progress.
Yeah.
Dante Fudel summed it up probably the best I've heard. He spent years and years trying to cure as much muscle mass as he could. And by doing that, he had to take his body weight up. He's now earned the right in his 50s to be lean without even trying, and eat shit and just stay lean because he's got enough muscle mass. Because muscle mass has large demands for nutrition. So it's very, very hard to get fat. So think of it now. You're working now for in the future, you can be lean all you like and not even try.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true.
Yeah.
You're like Dexter Jackson. Fucking lean all year round.
He's just a fucking freak.
Yeah. He's always been lean though, even when he was like 25 years ago.
25 years ago, fucking hell.
25, fucking 35. Mate, he's been going on so long.
Yeah.
50 now.
But you've never seen him sloppy. That's what I'm on about. Even in the early days, he's never been sloppy, even through off seasons. No. He made a post as like, you could ask me any time of the year to lift up my shirt and I'll still be shredded.
That's madness.
He seems like he enjoys life as well.
Yeah.
It's whatever makes you fucking happy. If being fat makes you happy, then be fat. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day is whatever floats your fucking boat. If that's being lean.
For one day.
Pardon?
I think it'll be fun for one day.
Well, being fat?
Just not to give a fuck. Just live the fat man life for one day and just eat whatever you like.
I've done that.
Not give a fuck.
I've done that.
That's where I give Josh his time, not bodybuilder Josh, just real Josh.
It's like I only do on Christmas Day is the day I have off plan. I have Christmas dinner.
Are you at all conscious about like putting your calories to good use instead of wasting calories on fizzy drinks
every day?
Like that?
Every day.
Obviously, yeah.
It's inevitable. Once you
on Christmas Day,
once you've got into that, there's no getting out of it. I know a fat person doesn't get, and I look at them sometimes. I think, how on earth? But how nice that would be.
The thing is, one thing about fizzy drinks and me before I started bodybuilding, I don't like the feeling of furry teeth. You know what I mean? You have a fizzy full fat Coke, and your teeth feel all funny after. Do you know that? I couldn't stand that. Got to about. I remember I first had this is so weird, right? So I remember when I first had a full fat Coke and I went to McDonald's, right? My brother learned to drive, so he was 17, 4 years. I was 13. He took me to McDonald's and I had a full fat Coke for the first time. right? I had it. I thought it was fucking amazing. But then I had this furry teeth thing after. And I've always been brought up not having full fat drinks. And I was like, what's this? I was like, this is a bit shit, isn't it? And then I started getting into Monsters and stuff like that, and they'd give me them. And I thought, this is fucking shit, this is. Didn't like it. So then I sort of stopped. If I ever went to fizzy drink, it'd always be a zero or a fucking diet.
Yeah, it's like similar for food. Like if you've eaten a Chinese, you get that like greasy layer in your mouth. Everything like a fried food type layer around your teeth. That's horrible. I hate that.
Yeah, I think it was about 15, 16 when I started. I was like, I don't like this. I really don't like this fucking feeling. And then, I didn't step in the gym till I was 19. Well, just before I was 20.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Late, really.
What you say?
Compared to nowadays. Quite late now compared to nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was too busy fucking thinking of tar boxing, and then I took a year out of that and just didn't do anything. And then my mum was like, "Yes, you can go gym with me." Met a guy who was well into bodybuilding, and gave me a little program to do, and I just started training. He's like, "Come to the bodybuilding gym." So I did that, and it was fucking. That's where I started. Sick. Yeah, I haven't been. That's a weird thing. I haven't been training as long as you guys. Not at all. Not at all.
I joined the gym at 50.
All right. Anyone get any other questions?
I did. Yeah.
I got a weird one which I haven't ever suffered with. Because, I'll explain why I want to ask the question. Most awkward blast boner experiences. So, like sitting in the car and getting random boners before your destination. Like, it doesn't off or on.
Wait, read it again.
It's so like most bonus boners.
Wait, when?
So like get a
full question
at random times.
Yeah.
Well, mine is the same, like either on or off, and it doesn't really, unless something spurs it on. It doesn't really happen. If I want it to happen, it will. But
what's this?
The difference between blasting and I cruise or go on TRT, so I don't get a difference between the two, to be honest.
Honestly, even when I come off, I don't feel different.
Wait a minute. I swear I heard the word boner.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's this guy saying? What, when I blast, I get random boners?
Yeah, that's normal. Your test, the concentration of hormones in your body is extremely high. You're going to.
What was the exact question, Dan?
But what was the question?
It's a shit question.
I'd
rather just.
No, do it. It's fucking funny.
Most awkward blast boner experiences.
Awkward blast boner
experiences. Is that the question? You want to know what if I've had an embarrassing boner experience?
No, while blasting. Is that it?
I don't know what's happening. Yeah. I'm lost.
While blasting, right? Have you had an awkward boner? Is that what you say?
Not really funny. When you're deep on a cycle, the wind could blow and you get a boner.
I've had some, but I can't remember whether I was blasting or cruising because it doesn't make a difference to me. It happens either or.
Weird boners. Well,
it's a bit weird, this question.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, just get a random boner. I can't really think when I just had a random boner.
I've had many random erections. I'm a man.
Yeah, but I meant like in the past year?
In the past fucking 24, mate.
To be honest, I could have remembered. I could have had a random boner yesterday, and I probably didn't think much of it.
Mate,
it's one of those.
As a man, you get random boners all the time. It's just part of having a dick.
I think the whole thing of being on blast and then this happening is like, well, it's probably not a myth, but it's not as common as you think.
Maybe don't think about it.
I don't think it affects your bonus. It probably affects like how much you want it. That's a different
Definitely sex drive increase. Yeah, my missus says I'm a pest when I'm blasting.
Yeah, Yeah.
Why not? I can only show the appreciation of how fucking fit you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so take this, dick bitch.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, fucking zero. Look at this. That's what I like. Hi, Ginger Training. I really love your posts. Are you just trying to advertise your channel? Like, no. It's not happening. What is this fucking advertisement?
Oh, they're a bunch of cunts.
Fuck
Here's
off.
a question. Training split going into the last 12 weeks of comp prep.
Doesn't
What?
change.
Same
It's the same.
fucking way around.
Whoever changes their training for prep, I don't understand why. If you do, great, but I don't get why.
Yeah.
At all.
There may be a slight change in volume or whatever, but you
Yeah, in
wouldn't.
volume, maybe closer to your show when you're fragile and shit, but not like you're not gonna go from doing low volume to super high volume just because I'm prep and shit like that, like some people do, you know.
You might just want to carve out the muscle. High reps to carve out the
What the fuck is that?
Fuck
What
it.
the fuck is that? Here we go. Hang on it. Here we go. I didn't really see this question. On a cut, start cardio straight away, or wait until weight loss slows down.
way to wait.
Hang on. But so what they're trying to say is,
on
so
a
do
cut.
you start cutting your food first, or do you introduce cardio
No,
first?
cardio.
Do you increase
On a cut.
activity or cut food?
No. Basically, he's asking when to implement cardio in a cut.
I'd let the food do its job first, drop a few pounds.
I don't know. I like to keep food nice and high and increase activity first.
Yeah, I think this guy's just cutting. So remember, he's not doing a bodybuilding show. So he's just on a cut, right? Starting cardio straight away, or shall he wait till weight loss slows
Look,
down?
this is the logical application of this is you could introduce cardio and keep your diet the same, and you could put yourself in a small deficit if you're doing enough, or you could do no cardio and just alter your diet and put yourself in the same place. It's
Yeah,
where
He's not bodybuilding, is he? So
So it's a choice of it's an individual choice, isn't it?
of course it is.
Yeah.
It's whether you want to do more or eat less.
his first step, if he's not bodybuilding, he's probably got a few shitty foods in there anyway.
Depends
If you put them out, you drop anyway.
Yeah.
what the goals are as well.
Out, you drop.
If he says he wants to increase his fitness, maybe cardio is something you want to do if you want to increase your CV. Do you know what I mean? Some of those guys, like people who I work with, that's one of their goals.
Yeah.
They want to be able to
Or-
run 3K.
If you like eating,
You're not going to
then
be able to run
do
3K.
more activity.
You can't increase your run. You can't increase your 3K run time without fucking going run. Do you know what I mean? Or just lower your food.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's totally individual. What Josh said is it hit the nail on the head.
As long as you're dropping, you're dropping.
I
Yeah,
was
and
gonna
it's
say,
not
I
all-
can say,
Go on.
go on, mate. I'll give my point after.
No. Go on. I have fuck all interesting to say.
I was gonna say, I don't like to do one tool, so I don't like to do fuckloads of cardio and keep food super high, or vice versa, because either or is going to bring a bad look. So if food is too low because you want to do no cardio, then your recovery is shit because you've got nothing supporting what you're doing with your training, and vice versa. Your cardio is high, then some people lose their legs, like me. So I like to just play both cards in the same kind of balanced ratio.
Yeah. But then
But that's me.
his
individual, but-
question, Dan, was should he start cardio straight away, or should he wait till he is actually till his weight loss has slowed down?
If you're losing weight, why would you want to introduce cardio?
If it's working,
Yeah.
if it's why fix it? If it's not broken, why fix it?
That's the question. But at the end of the day, it comes down to energy balance, doesn't it? So if you're, for example, you're cutting 400 calories out of your food, or you're doing 400 calories of cardio, you could do 200 calories of food and 200 calories of cardio, like Dan said. Play both cards at once.
Much power to you, Ginger Training. It's a weird fucking question.
Right.
Yeah,
So everything is a tool.
What's that?
I want to say, get this point across to the guy. As you said, if he's already losing weight,
Well,
don't waste another tool. Keep that back. Then when you do plateau, you go, oh, okay, I can add some CV or something.
I think
like that.
this is the problem.
I was going to say, I think there's value in doing cardio whilst you're heavier, because when you're heavier, you're going to be burning more calories at a standstill than you would be when you're lighter. When you're lighter, you need to work so much harder to burn the same amount of calories. You could burn a fuckload of calories when you're fat and heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lot like that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree entirely.
Yeah.
But this is the problem with a lot of people when they don't understand the idea behind or the science behind fat loss, though, is they think things need to change all the time. They think that constant change is the way forward, and sometimes no change is the way forward.
Talking of cardio or anything, Dan, have you had any increase in steps or has everything stayed the same? I know you're 2 weeks in, but just what I'd ask.
No, mate, it stays the same.
Stays the same. Did you find when you were really fucking heavy, right? I don't know how many steps you had to do, but what were your dog walks like when you were fucking really heavy? Pardon?
I wasn't doing dog walk. Mum was doing them for me.
Oh, all right. Yeah, all right. So your first fucking dog walk then, what was that like when you were fucking heavy?
Hard.
Is it hard?
It's hard, to be honest.
You're blowing out your ass.
I don't have to do dog walks every day. On a rest day, I find I probably do need to do one just to get out to 8K.
Yeah.
I've got quite a big, I live on quite a lot of land, so, mate, it's probably 100 steps for me to go to the bloody fridge and back. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't have to do that much. I don't have to try to. It just happens. But if I feel like I'm not very busy today, I might take the dog out for a long walk. I did the other day. I took him out for a long walk, and I well overdid my steps. I went over by about 3,000.
Fucking hell.
I didn't realise.
Jesus Christ. I'd just love to see your fucking face coming back from that walk. I can imagine it all fucking pissing down the rain. Your mum coming like, oh, thanks for taking the dog out. Fuck off. Just fucking coming through the door like fucking wet, puffing and blowing.
My mum always comes on the walk with me because I don't just fucking do nothing.
Really? Don't you like the thing? Just putting a fucking podcast on, going. The thing is, you obviously work from home, but you've put a fucking podcast going for a walk. Just nice, isn't it? You and the dog just be like, all right, mate, talk to the dog.
I'm a talker.
Really? Oh, I see. See, I like walking down to fucking Sainsbury's and putting fucking music on and just like fucking see everyone driving stuck in traffic, and I'm like, hey, wicked! And see some fucking dude doing a little drug deal by Domino's. I'm like, oi, oi! And then these fucking dicks pretending they were fucking homeless the other day. I thought, you cheeky cunts. So I started laughing at one of them. So I saw him, and he took his shoe off, and he took his sock off, and he put it there. And they all sat down like that, and they were trying to get money off people. I thought, you fucking little hustlers. Started laughing. I was like, he's trying to make a couple of quid. What's he doing? They're only about fucking... They definitely didn't look homeless because he was wearing a full Adidas tracksuit, like a classic one. I was like, yeah, your mum bought you that, mate. That's like a fucking 100 quid right there. Yeah, mate.
I mean,
Some of the
going to the shop, I'm quite impatient with people. I think a lot of people are really dumb. So I do wear earphones for that. I don't want to talk to people because a lot of people are just fucking stupid where I live. So... yeah, I wear earphones for that, but generally, if I'm going on a dog walk, I like to talk to someone, you know, and that's my time. I have to talk about bodybuilding. So.
I see. When you go shopping, right, when you go in the day, do you ever just see that dozy old man who walks in the middle of the aisle? So and you're like, get the fuck out of me! I'm just sitting there, I'm like, whoa, you fucking me off, man. I'm trying to go round, I can't get round to you. And he's like, oh, all right. You can't say anything to him because he's a dozy old man. And you're like, fuck's sake, I want to get round him because I want to get into the fucking till before him because I'll be waiting ages for him to get, like, and they always pay in cash. Like, fuck with your cash, man. Just pay on the card. Fucking boom. Just put it on the top and it goes beep and you're done. And he's sitting there getting these fucking bits and bobs out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fuck's sake. Oh, hang on. I think I've got the fucking 20p sitting there getting his 5p's out and shit. You're like, hell. I came in for potatoes, man. You dozy old fuck. Do you know what I mean? Or was that just me?
There's a guy in my Sainsbury's who goes there to, that's like a hobby. He just goes at the end of the aisle and sits on the chair there, and he sits there for hours. It's quite sad, really, because he's obviously got no one at home or anything.
Maybe he has. Maybe the people at home are cunts, and he just wants to get out of the house.
He could be like a writer or something. He's just looking at, like, studying people.
Like waiting.
just waiting. Or he could be like a weirdo, and he could be like that guy off You. Have you seen that? Is that the name of the program? I don't know, but it's a weird program, and the guy stalks people.
It's very good, actually.
You could be looking at him like that, like, oh yeah. He could be stalking you, Dan.
Maybe he sees you go in there, and he's like, "I'm waiting for this guy."
Yeah,
One day.
He's a secret muscle worshipper. Just
There you go. Say to him, look, mate, I'll flog you my fucking used fucking CK1. What are they called? Calvin Klein underwear. White ones. 50 quid. He'll buy them off you, mate.
God forbid if I get a boner in that moment.
You get a boner, you get an awkward boner when you give them to him, and he's like, oh, now it's my lucky day. Be like Ali G when he's like, oh, this post is very dirty. What's going on? Oh, shit.
All right. We got a question.
Let's go with a question. We're on an hour and 30.
All right. What is who's going?
You go, mate. Go on.
What's your biggest pet peeve inside and outside of the gym?
Oh, really? This could go on for fucking ages. I want to look. Before we get on, I want to be in a good mood, and you're going to set me off because you know people irritate me, and I nearly had a rant in the middle of the gym yesterday when we were actually talking. Right, we're gonna answer this question. Right, so me, Amp, and a big Eastern European guy are in one side of a room in the gym. We're all doing barbells. He's doing a deadlift. I'm doing a barbell row. The other guy's doing 5-plate RDLs for fuck knows how many reps and sets. Then we look in the other room, and all the small guys are using cables. Now, if you were an outsider looking in, what are the clues in front of you?
I think you said this on the podcast before.
I had a similar experience with me and two Eastern European guys. Might not have been Eastern European, could have been Russian. Sorry for the racism, but I'm sorry. Anyway, they were all pressing. We were all pressing heavy, right? Well, pressing heavy for me and them. They were pressing a lot more than me, right? I look behind me. Everyone's staring at us, right? They're the skinny guys, right? Who were just doing fucking 15 fucking sets of pec fucking flies. And they were like, oh, why am I not growing? Same experience. And I bet... and they they're not growing. Yeah.
Because it's so not rocket science. If I can move 5-plate RDLs with perfect form for 10 plus reps, I'm going to have a big back. But if I do some kind of elevated tricep extension with the cable, I'm not going to have a big tricep. And, can we do a different question?
Okay.
Because
in the gym.
What's that?
Shadow boxing in the gym.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I gave this other bloke today. This guy stood next to me. That's what I was staring at me, right? And I think he thought I was fat, right? I'm soft, but he thought I was fucking just a fat bastard in a hoodie, right? So after I finished rack pulls, right, I went over and we were doing rack pulls. Yeah, after I'd done rack pulls. They did assisted chins, and then I went to do. It's when we went to do arms. So it was after fucking high cable fucking rear delts. Anyway, he was just still looking at me. So I took the fucking thing off, and I was like getting really hot. I'm sweating. Gonna go in a vest. Now one of the guys, an older bloke, said, "I was like, I'll get me a vest out," and he was like, "Hey, fucking summertime." I had a little joke, wicked. This guy kept looking at me. Anyway, as I fucking took it off, he looked at me and he kept on staring at me. Then he found, I don't know whether it's or he didn't feel like more of a man. He started fucking full on shadow boxing, full on fucking go. Anyway, as he was walking in between, so where my gym is, there's your mid back row plate loaded machine. There's your plate loaded fucking bench press, right? You know the machine where you can fucking anyway, right? So there's only a small gap. He walks and goes like a fucking uppercut. Meanwhile, there's a guy coming up behind him. He almost fucking uppercuts the bloke, and the bloke was like, looked at me, and I was like, who the fuck's this bloke? Like, why are you doing that in the middle of the gym? Meanwhile, in my gym, in the back by the CrossFit bit, right, there's a fucking series of punch bags and gloves.
Get on it.
Fucking don't do it in the free weights area, nor do it in the fucking highway and clock fucking poor old mate.
They've got to make their presence known. And they're bigger.
Because he's hard as fuck.
There's no need for it. Like, don't get me wrong, if you could be a really good boxer, wicked, go do it, and I'll appreciate that. Smacking a bag, smacking pads in free sparring. If you're doing it in my place of business of lifting the weights, and you're going to affect me, and I'm worried that I'm going to drop a fucking plate on your foot, don't be there. Don't do that. It's not cool. It's not big. It's not hard. Everyone thinks you're a knob.
Me and Am were just talking about this yesterday with that Eastern European guy in our gym. You don't do that when we're not there, but it's a insecurity. When they see someone bigger than them, they have to try and make up for it. Like, oh, look what I've got. You know, trying to show their stuff.
I just dropped my pants.
Doesn't make drop my pants
and then everyone laughs and I run.
Yeah. You've all seen it now.
Oh, fuck my life.
But yeah, that's just my pet peeve of shadow boxing. Like, he wasn't even demonstrating. He wasn't talking to a guy. This is fair enough. If you were talking to someone, probably not in the free weights, exactly in the free weights, but if you were talking to a bloke and you're going like, oh yeah, I was having a boxing match, or I was in a fight, and the guy come at me and I fucking hit him, that's fair enough, right? You're explaining a story with action, giving a demonstration. But just getting up from doing your incline presses and then going fucking apeshit in the mirror, fighting air, like full on swinging, what the fuck are you doing? Meanwhile, I'm really fucking irate because I'm training. I'm like, ah!
It's intra-session cardio.
Oh, man. It's not cool, man. Everyone looks at you and just thinks, you fucking knob. Especially the guy who almost hit, because he was like 6'2" and the bloke was my height. He looked like he would have flattened him. He generally was a bit of a bigger guy, and I've seen this guy hit the pads, right? And this other guy's nose is broken like that. Definitely a fucking boxer. Just thought he would have just decked him. I thought, what the fuck are you doing? And everyone's seen you just shadow box everywhere in the gym after you've done a session. Like, ah!
What gym do you train at? I'm going to come to your gym and shadow box.
If you did, I knew you were taking the piss, and I'd go, fucking hell, you got a set of legs, haven't you, mate? Go, yeah, I am. Oh, wicked. Oh, who are you? Oh, my name's Josh. Oh, hang on, I think I've seen you before. You're 3-time fucking. Oh, yeah, I am. I'm wicked. Oh, yeah, how you doing? Is that all right? Yeah, could you give me a spot, mate? Yeah, that would be it. And then you'd probably stop fucking shadow boxing because you'd be like, oh, yeah, you're a cool dude as well. Oh, sweet. Check my fucking side tricep. Oh, that's a cool side tricep. Check this out. Oh, that's wicked, mate. Oh, can you give me a spot? Yeah, wicked. Do you know what I mean? That's what it'd be like.
I love your mind, mate. You're awesome.
You wouldn't get up and go, oh, I've just done fucking 60s for fucking 10. Wicked, put that in my logbook. Oh, you know what I'm going to do to celebrate? You can't fucking breathe because the oxygen debt, your blips are blue, you're blowing out your arse like, oh, I just took that to hell and back. Fucking hell. Oi, get me my drink, I'm dying. Go, fucking hell. The last thing you're thinking about is go, fucking Mike Tyson, turn it on, mate. Put my fucking Rocky music on. Start going mental, you know what I mean? So weird. Why the fuck would you do that? Stop it.
What was in your coffee?
No, this is something that I'm getting really irate about. It's just annoying as fuck. Like, generally, it's a sign. Boxing in the boxing area. Wicked. Do you know what I mean? Lifting. You don't see me. You know what? I'm going to fucking just
shadow lift.
I'm going to get one of the fucking Texas fucking stick it in the fucking, in between both of the fucking stupid fucking bags and just start deadlifting. Takes it up as hard as just start shouting. That's exactly the same, isn't it? You don't see anyone doing that. Start bringing my shit. That should be a YouTube video, just coming into MMA gyms, sticking your barbell. You're right, mate. Yeah, wicked. Fucking in the middle of the fucking cage where someone's sparring. Just start raking it like that. Fucking get someone like Jordan Peters to rock up doing it with fucking 8 plates aside. Just like, fucking for reps. No, you don't see it. You don't see us doing it. So stop doing shadow boxing between sets. Not cool. It's weird.
Okay. Should we check your blood pressure?
Next, really
coming out.
But anyway, I think I've just settled that one.
I think you have.
There's just so many pet peeves to go over. Podcast. Really good. Gym etiquette is the window these days, and people overcomplicate shit, and it's just so many. Do another question.
Yeah, let's do another question. I've just fucking.
You're sweating though, mate.
Yeah, I am. It's really fuck. It happened today. That's the weirdest thing. Like, it's not disrespectful, isn't it? What if you just started the gym and you're like, I'm quite scared to go in this gym. There's some really big lads in here. Oh no! And then you're like, you really thought about you watched a few videos and you really thought about doing some fucking deadlift, like trying to deadlift today or trying to squat, but I don't want to do it. I feel really scared. And then this fucking Joe Bloggs over there going and mental in the middle of the squat rack, like. You'd be like, well, I'm fucking this off. Great. Anyway, right, fucking.
Is there anything you boys disagree with each other on? Nutrition, training, pasta mentioned here at the end here. I don't know. We haven't really come across it.
We had one discussion on one episode, but it wasn't anything to do with any of those subjects at all.
We probably everyone's different and individual, aren't they? What works for me will work for you. Like nothing.
The thing is, like, if you told me that you do X, Y, and Z, and I do Z, Y, and X, it's not that we disagree. We just got different views.
It's just preference.
I just understand.
Mate, all I see, if you do this, I don't look at what you do. I look at the destination. I look at how you look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you do something that does not make sense to me, but you look fucking brilliant, great.
What am I going to tell you? That's wrong. Exactly. I think what it is especially our era that a lot of people coming down are teaching us that message of if it works for that person, but my beliefs are what I believe that doesn't work, but it's clearly working. I'm not going to tell you that you're a knobhead. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think there's anything that doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. But if it whatever works for you, do you know what I mean?
Like even the you say like the fluffy cable shit and all that stuff, and even that works to some extent. Do you know what I mean? Everything works for someone, and it works for their goals as well. You know, it's such a fucking individual thing, man. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's infinite ways to do things. You could work with 10 different coaches, and they could all have you on 10 different diets. They could have you on 10 different training protocols, 10 different cycles.
Did you just say skin a cat?
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Fucking hell, that's pretty extreme. That's one thing we don't agree on. Skinny cats. Really hurt just as in his spare time.
I'm more of a dog man, so take it.
Oh, skinny cats.
I'm more of a sheep man.
Skinny sheep.
I skin them after I've stuck their hooves in my whirlies.
I think you're bang on. There's always going to be someone exploring off some certain training or whatever protocol, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if it's working for them, why are you going to tell them? Because we all believe in one thing, and that's if it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, that's it.
Yeah, I'm fed up of all these questions. Have to mention gear at the end. I didn't want to say, like, as I said the question, like, do you guys disagree on anything? Training, nutrition, diet, or whatever, gear. I'm fed up of the gear questions because I reckon one of us might disagree or not. Gear is irrelevant. It really fucking is.
Extremely irrelevant.
Things is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
People think it's so sensational. Like, you're going to do this, you're going to blow up. I
think people who don't take gear think it's a magical thing and then it works. Like you don't like you go, I'm going to take gear, and then you just blow up. But it's like, well, no, like fucking, he might have taken some PEDs, but look what he did in his training. Look at his logbook. Look at his food. Look what he did fucking for a whole I put on quite a little bit of weight in the past year, but I've eat, sleep, live bodybuilding.
But this is the thing. Something I say to people when they say about gear, I say, like, if we're in the gym, I'll go look around the gym. How many people here do you think are on gear? And they might say like a really small number, and I'll be like, and that is why it isn't all about the gear, because 90% of the cunts here are taking something, and they all look like dog shit.
Yeah,
simple as that. You know,
refer back. We mentioned ages ago, didn't we, Dan, about that guy from Orpington. Yeah, he mentioned us. Come out of the blue and just ask, "Oh, what are you taking?" Or
what?
Yeah, well, the Dan knows the story better than me.
Let me explain the story because I was actually there. Amp was across the room. I had to explain it to him. So basically, I'm about to rack pull. I got 6 plates in the rack, then I go to 7 plates after. I'm shin height, obviously. And he comes up to me. So, is it the insulin or?
Wait,
I was
what?
like, what, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up to me. The question is, I don't want to be rude or anything, but is it the insulin?
What do you?
Because he said,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I know that we asked the question, and then he said, I just want to be thick, and I just said like, right, so no offense, mate, but see that big cunt over there? Yeah, Luke Sando, he takes half the gear you do, and he's thick. He's fucking huge. So do you really think the gear is that important? And then I say, okay, let's take someone who hasn't even trained as long as Luke. That guy over there, how old do you think he is? I don't know, probably like 31. He looks quite big. 21, 270 pounds at the time. And I said, okay, if this is going to answer your question even more accurately, you sit over there and watch what I do with this weight in a minute, and then it might click in your head.
What you said to him?
And then I pulled 6 plates, and I pulled 7 plates, and it might have clicked. There might be something to do with the training and not the gear.
Why would he say, is it the insulin?
He's probably heard it.
I know.
The Beal or
That's the question. He said, so is it the insulin?
Is that how he started the question? You go, oh, you're right, mate. How you doing? Oh, wicked. I see you shifted some fucking. You're a big boy. Like that. You're a big fucking guy, ain't you? Like Jesus Christ, you're a big. You fucking listen, mate. Waits for you to do your set, and then you're like, and he's like, you're fucking crazy, mate. He goes, oh, like, what kind of drugs are you taking, like that? But and then you could have jumped on it. Do you know what I mean? But then his first initial thought was just like, yeah, he's big. He must be on insulin. You're losing a lot of weight. You're thick. Are you taking insulin? No. Like, what? Pardon?
That one statement alone just shows how uneducated the guy was. Do you know what I mean? To realise what insulin is and what type of compound it will do and what it is.
And I did make a point to him. I said, the fact that's the question you have to ask me whilst you should be training, or even, you know, whatever. In fact, it's a drug question when we're in a gym and we're training, is the reason you're not fit. Like, if I had to really ask a question and deviate from my training to ask that question, ask someone, it wouldn't be drugs. It would be about training.
What was he training?
He was over by the cables.
Fucking hell, that's why. With a fucking cable. The thing is, though, like, if he started a conversation with you as he wanted to use the rack, even though he asked that question, it's still an outrageous question, right? And it was okay. But the fact is that he come out, like you say, he's come out of his workout to say that. If he was like, "Oh, mate, how many sets? Have you got many sets with that?" And you're like, "Oh, I've got 2, mate."
He was in the rack. Don't know what he was doing in the rack. But I wanted to jump in, do rack pulls, and then he was moving on to the cables when he asked the question. But he was in the rack before me.
So you stole his rack. You stole his rack, and then he got angry and asked you how much insulin you use.
This is another pet peeve.
When you said you don't take insulin and X, Y, and Z, did he look like he took the information and he look at you like, yeah, whatever, you twat?
I didn't really care, to be honest. I didn't even look at his facial expression. I summed it up with just watch what I'm going to do in a minute and you might figure it out.
They look at you like that. I mean, people say stuff. Oh, they look at you, don't they? And they're like, "Yeah, whatever, mate."
People are cunts.
The clues, it's the pet peeve I've got. The clues are fucking in front of you. Just look at the biggest guy and see what he's doing. Why can't people do that anymore? Why can't? I don't care if they're genetically blessed. They still have to put muscle mass on. People say Phil Heath hasn't got a clue. You're joking. You don't become 7-time Mr. Olympia and have that kind of physique and not have an idea of what works for your body.
Yeah, 100%.
Very true.
100%. Absolutely. All right. Do you want to end that here? It's almost 2-hour mark.
I want to get on a happy note. I feel like we've been ranting a lot.
I'm bursting for a piss, so just find a happy one. I just don't know. I just drunk 2 fucking shakers full of fucking fluid. Oh my
If we do,
God, again.
if we do one more question, this is a happy. I'd like to know. The guy says, "What will life be like for you after bodybuilding?"
I'd probably do Ironmans.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's really cool.
My goal, honestly, is to get to Olympia and then stop being a bodybuilder and start doing Ironmans.
That's cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to experience a lot of shit, you know?
I'll put all my efforts into something that doesn't require me to live the lifestyle 24/7 like it does bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love
of
to
course.
do something. I'd love to be able to run again.
Mm.
Love to run. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And have a family.
Yeah, of course, man. Like I
Yeah.
want to be honest, I want to get to the Olympia in the next like three years. And then I think once I've got there, I don't know if I'd carry on bodybuilding, to be honest.
What?
I think I'd be like mission accomplished. What's next?
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much how my brain works though. Like when I was trying to win the British and I won it, I didn't care that I'd won it once I'd done it. Do you know what I mean? It was like, I've reached my goal. What's next? Let's go on to the next thing.
But don't you think you'd get to the Olympia and you'd be like, let's say you get to the Olympia.
Look, if I got to the Olympia and I felt I had the ability to win, then I do that. But I wouldn't waste my life trying to win if I didn't feel I had the ability to, because I knew there were people who were that much better than me. I just go.
What was your full-time job by then? Like you're earning, that's how you're making your living.
Pardon?
What if the majority of your money that you were earning at that time was coming from you competing for the Olympia?
I'll find another way to make money.
Oh, you would. So it's an actual
fucking right, man.
Goal setting thing.
I have no issue with dropping everything and starting fresh.
Wow.
Really don't. I
If I
think
got to the Olympia, I would be like, I want to fucking win this shit.
The way I see it is like, I'm a bodybuilder now, and I'll be a bodybuilder for the foreseeable future. The day I'm not, it'd be like starting fresh. It'd be like being born again with a shit ton of experience, you know? On to the next thing. Let's live a different life.
That's nuts. That's
And maybe I'll set myself a goal and then achieve it, and then set another one after that.
Josh, the question was, what would you do? What will life be like after bodybuilding for you?
Probably doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or something.
That'd be cool.
Just be doing
I'd
that.
like to get in something.
Just be active still, helping people bodybuild.
But at what age would you think that would happen?
Like fucking, I would hope to be like fucking mid-40s.
Okay.
I like that. Like that sort of old, like just be able to still have a fucking full-on career out of this and love it, and hopefully be able to just share what I've done. And I document everything I do. I put it on YouTube, weekly videos. Obviously, they're for entertainment. They are entertaining. I've got well into my vlogging since I started. I'm well into my editing, but be able to sort of share that story. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put everything in and just be able to like look. I believed I could do something. I had people who didn't believe, people shitted on me and etc. And I worked a fucking job when I first started off, and and sometimes I felt like, oh fucking hell, I want to get to this place. I need to get there, but then I have to remember myself that I'm fucking 24 when I was first started off, and just go up. Do you know what I mean? And just be able to share that journey and be like in my 40s and be able to help people out and do a bit of. Be active. I wouldn't be able to not be able to step in the gym. It's such a place that I situate with such a home life. Like if I could be anywhere in the world, I could feel so like vulnerable. But as soon as I step in the gym, I feel fucking brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just feel awesome. And I just feel good in the gym, pumping weights.
I'd want to be a monk one day.
Just be a monk.
No, seriously, I'm not. That's not even a joke. Like, dead serious.
What? I just full on monk.
Yeah, like temple, fucking.
A lot. The whole shebang. Yeah.
That one day, I would like that.
As I say, I'd like to do loads of things. I mean, I don't want to be going on too long into later life because there's certain things I want to settle down, have a family, and I don't want my family to suffer as a result of my bodybuilding because they will at the end of the day. I will, yeah, because even if you're not a selfish person, bodybuilding makes
Bodybuilding's
you
a selfish sport. Of course it does. It's inevitable.
and I want to be able to convert my efforts that I put into bodybuilding into my family. Not just that, like have children and everything like that, but I want to train still and eat healthy, and I can be shredded all year round because I'm going to have enough muscle that I don't even need to try.
Yes.
You're gonna be lean all year round because we're not going to be doing all this bulking up and everything like that, bulking, cutting. You're just going to be lean all the time, lovely, and it's going to be easy and maintainable. But I want to train with the goal of just training and enjoy training. I'm training with the goal of just results. So even if I don't like or enjoy parts of my training right now, but it gives me more results, that's what I'm doing. In the future, even if it's non-conducive to muscle gain, but I enjoy it, that's what I'll do. I'll probably do like fuck loads of cardio. I'll do weird exercises that I like. I'll do loads of powerlifting moves that have in rep ranges that are not good for bodybuilding at all, but I enjoy them. I want to enjoy my training and my life. I don't want to be locked down by I have to do this because I need bigger arms or I need bigger quads. I just want to do stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah.
The
thing is, this is the thing. This is the thing. There's so much more to life than bodybuilding, man.
Yeah.
Like you got to think. Right now, it can be bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It is. Because we're in that age where this is a very short period of time where we can maximize our bodybuilding, but extending it past that time becomes less and less rewarding for us, not just financially or for muscle gain, but also mentally. I think too many people keep the torch alive for too long, banging gear into their 50s. And that's how people die. And staying too heavy into later life. Like, we wonder why people are dropping dead. Like, do you ever see an 85-year-old that's 300 pounds?
No.
I don't think it's so much the steroids that are causing people to drop dead. It's the body weight. Once I'm done, I'm dropping all the body weight.
Yeah, I think muscle's overrated anyway. Mate, it's like anything. Once you've had it, you know how underrated overrated it is. It's whether your ego can deal with not being you. That's the difficult part.
Yeah. I mean, I know right now, and I need to change this about myself, my identity is as a bodybuilder, and that's not healthy.
Yeah. It's a strange one, man. But just try and live now. And then whatever fucking happens, happens.
My mum knocked at the window. She like pressed her face up against the window, and it scared the shit out of me at first.
Yeah. No. Well, and say when I wasn't here.
I'm not saying I want to take bodybuilding as far as I can, but alongside it, I'm going to push my company. I'm quite business orientated as well. So as well as bodybuilding growing, I want to grow my company. So I'm at the level where if one drops out, I'm still very happy. Do you know what I mean? And then like within the next few years, get a couple of properties under my belt, get them secure. And then if bodybuilding doesn't go my way financially, I've got a backdrop of things that will work for me. And that will fund my family and all bits and pieces like that. Just be healthy on it. What's that?
In terms of when you're not competing, are you going to put your energies into anything that is like?
Yeah, I love trials biking. I love trials biking and mountain biking, but being heavy just makes that activity not very fun. Like going out hiking, being generally active in a fun way. Like when you go on holiday, go and explore the country rather than just going there and soaking up the sun. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like when you're lighter, I was hiking around Cyprus a lot. I'd probably end up moving out there after I retire and stuff like that. That's my goal. Get properties here and there.
It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Did I say I might be moving to Canada?
No, he didn't.
Oh. Yeah, I just can't remember who knows and who doesn't.
No, he
Wait a
didn't.
minute.
Yeah, like mid-March.
Oh, what's that in aid of? Or just to change the scenery, literally.
And just go in.
That's cool. That's cool. I love Canada. I've always wanted to go.
Where are you going to Canada? Where are you going? Whereabouts?
Probably around like Toronto.
Have you got 3 extra rooms?
Mate, I've got as many rooms as you want. I get an apartment out there, so you know, if you need a place to stay and you want to go to Canada, hit
What are
your boy up.
What are you going to be doing out there? You're just going to be doing your coaching still?
Yeah, I'll just go out there indefinitely. One-way ticket and see what happens.
That's cool. My friend done a similar thing. He's a fabricator, ironworks by trade, and he literally got a one-way ticket out there. Got a job pressing the button on the ski lift.
Yeah.
As he was doing that, he then trained to be a snowboard coach, and he's been out there the last 3 years.
That's class.
But as you say, moved out. They got an apartment on like Airbnb, and he didn't look back.
That's amazing.
He gave up a job which was so well paid for, like this fabricator, but it weren't making him happy. So he literally
happiness is everything. Fuck money. Money comes and goes. Happiness is.
He up and went, took a massive cut in pay, and just. But now he's not earning as much as he was, but his quality of life is so much higher.
That's what counts. That's all that fucking counts.
Mm.
But yeah, I thought I got a long off season, so I'm gonna make the most of it.
Yeah, definitely.
And who knows? I might go out there for 4 weeks, come back, and then go fuck it, love you, bye, and then go for the rest of my entire life.
And the Canadian bodybuilding scene is huge at the minute.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it is. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
You could train at that gym where they all train at. That's sick. What's it called?
Pure fitness.
Pure muscle.
Yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, that's yeah.
What is your fiance doing?
She's staying here. I want a bit of a alone time, just a bit of me time for a little bit.
That's cool.
I think it's healthy.
It is.
To be honest. I think we should be able to do that, even if we're in a relationship. Have our own time and to do some things that we want, especially when we're young.
Yes, yeah.
You know, like when I have it's not the sort of thing I'd do when I had a family, so I may as well do it now.
I mean, it's only like if you were going out, like the guys who do go to Kuwait. Who's gone to Kuwait? Who's recently the English guy?
Mark Hector.
Mark Hector. I mean, like I swear he's got a family. Pretty sure he does.
Yeah, it's just
to go out there, and he's going to be out there for X amount of months.
Mhm.
It's exactly the same.
I think it's one of those things that I'm like, fuck it, do it now and never do it again. I might go out there for a month and then come back and go, I want to travel somewhere else next.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? No, fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, so for anyone watching, if you want to come to Canada, hit me up.
Oh, sweet.
Should we end it on a quote?
Yeah, go on. Who's got a quote?
Dan's one. Live today as today and forget about tomorrow.
That's for Dan.
That is for Dan.
Where did you get that from?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I just thought of it.
He's made it up, mate.
Yeah.
I did.
He's in New Age Shakespeare. Have you not heard of him? Anthony Charles Oakley.
I generally did just think of it.
Joe, Anthony Charles Oakley, mate, you could actually be a poet.
Yeah, you could be. Yeah.
Not even lying.
Like,
if I saw a poet and said Anthony Charles Oakley, I'd be like, that guy's legit as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to thrive on that. My missus is a poet, so I'm going to thrive on that.
How cool would that be?
What's that, Dan?
I was going to say, my quote of the week wasn't as elegant. I was going to say, if something pisses you off for 5 minutes, don't let it. No, if something pisses you off for. I'm feeling a fuck. I fucked that. I fucked the intro and I quote.
If something's
going to piss you off, if something doesn't piss you off for 5 years, don't let it piss you off for 5 minutes. That's the quote.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Mine's not as elegant, but yeah,
But it's good.
pretty much.
It's good.
Oh.
Something I need to keep reminding myself.
You need a nap, bro.
Yeah, go play Call of Duty or
Yeah.
Go play COD. Give yourself some fucking you time now.
This is recovery time.
The problem I've got, my internet is shit, and with the Xbox, you've got to download games now.
Yeah.
It's so. Why have Xbox doing that?
Because otherwise they wouldn't be able to update them. You just have to make new games all the time.
Yeah.
I have a similar problem. If I download a game, it takes like 2.5 days.
Really?
Then I probably have a power cut and have to start again.
What?
What do you guys live in? Like,
Where the fuck?
the North,
Dodgy
you
deal.
the North Pole, or where are you exactly?
You might see halfway through the podcast, my lights were flickering because the wind was too bad outside.
Fucking hell, Jesus!
Oh my god!
I don't even know if there's any wind around.
What's that?
Lost electricity, so I had to come in with mum and dad's house.
Fucking hell.
We live on generators.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad here, but I'm not dead yet.
No, okay.
I don't even know if it's windy anymore where I am.
What is it? I'm busted for a week, so I'm going to.
All right. All right. Until next week.
See you later.
Love you. Bye.
Get massive.
You're massive.
Did I?
You're fucking massive.